Hi, this is DJP, and I'm interviewing Rashid Walters, aka Mack Z. And
Yeah, old school name was Mack Z, and now I'm going by the name of Don Andretti.
how come you're changing the name?
Well, because to be honest, there's actually a person already known for Mack Z. She's actually like a Disney star,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
suppose, and like she's a dancer and a singer and stuff. So out of respect, I'm just gonna change my name and everything. I believe I had it longer, but I'm not gonna go into full details or anything. But
Okay,
I'm
okay.
changing it into the Don Andretti.
All right, all right. When did you first start rapping?
Started rapping since I was 8, man. 8. I know it was yeah, it just I don't know where the inspiration came from. I guess it was just my mom used to just pop in tapes and CDs and stuff, old school stuff like Biggie, Tupac and all. She was really into that once upon a time. And it just inspired me from then, I just kept listening to it and eventually I wanted to create my own flow
Oh,
out of it.
so that's where the flow came from. Cause when I listened to the songs that you had,
hmm
the flow kind of has like you have kind of like a Biggie Smalls flow.
Yeah, he's my inspiration. Biggie, Pac, Big Pun, Big L, all these guys. Like
Oh, the legends.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I
Mhm.
like I like more the old school stuff rather than the modern. But I like to take what I know and bring it into the modern scene. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and just go from it. Go
And
from
what
there.
what you think's wrong with the modern music today?
I find it's too much fun.
Too much
In the,
fun?
yeah,
What do you
like
mean?
in the sense like it's everything is the same. And like
Mm, I
there's
agree.
kind of like no more competition anymore.
Right.
Everybody's just rapping the same thing.
Mhm.
All the sounds sound the same and stuff. And I mean, people could, there's always the other side of people saying like, oh, it was the same thing back then too. But at least back then was all about stories and everything,
Exactly.
and every story
Yeah.
was different. Nowadays, everything is the same, literally, like just money, cars, women,
Everything.
liquor, drugs, like it's that's just how it is. It's no more storytelling.
Yeah. But there's some rappers that do storytell, like
Oh
Kendrick
yeah,
Lamar, J.
oh
Cole,
yeah, for sure.
Hobson. Those guys, they
For
do
sure.
that.
Don't get me wrong, yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm just talking about the like the other part, like the trap side and stuff.
You mean
This
the
is
Chirac stuff and
yeah,
Lil Wayne and all that?
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, and yeah. Don't get me wrong, there is still some of that today, but it's just there's not enough of it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
hmm
And what makes you different from the other rappers out there, like in style or anything like that? What makes you different from, say, Montreal rappers or Chateauguay rappers?
Shoot, I don't know. I guess the way I approach things, like I'm always competitive in a sense. Like if you come at me with a beat and I know that like it's not something that I'm used to, I would actually put myself to the test and actually try to still manage to flow on top of that same beat.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if that really makes me different, but I know that it just makes me unique in a way that like I'm very experimental. you
Okay,
know
okay. All right. And what you call yourself a Chateauguay rapper or a Montreal rapper? Like, where were you born and raised?
I was born in Montreal
Mm-hmm.
and I moved in Chateauguay when I was 8.
8?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
technically I grew up in Chateauguay longer,
Oh, so
but I don't know, it's kind of hard. I'd consider myself a Montreal rapper, but I mean if people look at it like, oh, he lived in Chateauguay all his life and stuff, and if they want to call me a Chateauguay rapper, then that's fine. I wouldn't take it in any way, you know what I mean?
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember talking to another person before about it, and they didn't want to compare themselves to Chateauguay because they didn't like how Chateauguay is.
That's funny because it's funny how like people could you know separate the two when really what's separating it is just one bridge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like it's just
basically.
the same
Hmm.
thing. To me, in the sense that like yeah, like because growing up in Chateauguay when I was 8, I was still going to school in Montreal. I was just living down here. But I was still going to elementary school in Montreal. I was going to high school in Montreal, and like nothing really changed. My vision didn't change anything. To me, I still have that Montreal blood in me. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
see that. I see that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's kind of like the same thing for me. Because when I first moved to Chateauguay, I was like 9 to 10,
hmm
and I only went to two Chateauguay schools, and then I went to Montreal, spent the rest of my years there for high school and everything
hmm
like that. So I see where it's coming from. Like
Mhm.
I see the similarities there. Like it's kind of like that.
Mhm.
And for the who did you start with for like say for because I remember I searched that you had a group. Like who did you start rapping with in the group?
Oh man. Yeah, we were called the Crown Youngings.
The Crown
Yeah,
Youngins.
at first it was me, it was Jay Crown, it was Typhoon, but he goes by Reno Valet today,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and K Killer, which you know, and like I grew up with all these guys, you know, I knew a couple of them longer than others, but you know, like these guys are still my brothers till today, you know, and yeah, that was the group at first.
Okay.
Yeah,
And what? And is the group still together or it disbanded?
no, disbanded. I mean, we all ended up doing our different things, you know. Technically, I think what broke us the most was our styles, you know, where it was just completely different.
Like, what do you mean by difference? What was different?
In the sense that at the time I was rapping about a lot of good stuff, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess some of the people in the team didn't really like what that type of style, you know, and then they went to the other path in the sense that like they started talking about more modern stuff like guns and all that, things that like don't really have meaning into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of disbanded us, but like I still keep in touch with these guys. It's not like, oh, like, okay, we're not friends whatsoever because of what our differences. We're still together and everything, but it's just we just have our differences. That's all.
Okay. Okay. All right. And what's the first song that you make?
Ooh, my first song. I remember my first song I ever recorded was off of instrumental called Annie Up.
Any up?
Annie Up, but it was more like a crump style instrumental, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I called it was me featuring one of my close friends, K Killer, at the time, and he and we called it Up, and I still have the recording till this day on my old laptop and everything, and that was my very first track that I actually like recorded on like a phone. It was an MP3 player, I think, at the time.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
what it was.
Mhm.
And for YouTube and Twitter, like, how come all that's not there? Like, how come you don't? Because when I was trying to search you up, it was really hard to find you. So how come you don't update stuff on Twitter?
Well, ever since the name change and all, because going from Mack Z to Don Andretti, I haven't been really focused on Mack Z anymore. I was trying to develop myself. So it kind of took me away from Twitter, it took me away from YouTube and all that, and it put me in this state where like, okay, I have to figure out where I'm trying to get this name, where I'm trying to put it, you know what I mean? So like by pushing those away, it kind of put me in a better environment. You know what I mean? Like it kept me more thinking to myself and all that without all the social media and everything, So I could like I was at a pause for a very long time. It's been over a year. You know what I mean? But I'm planning on relapsing on these things when the time is ready, and like and I'll come with the new Twitter, I'll come with the new YouTube, I'll come with the new SoundClouds, all that, all that is gonna change. Like I said, Mack Z is no longer
Your
no
name.
longer my name.
So it's the Don A now. I'll just call
Yeah,
you
Don
A.
Andretti. Yeah.
Don Andretti. Okay, and when you're gonna have your YouTube and Twitter set up like next year?
No. Very soon. Very soon. I'm just trying to. Like I said, I'm just trying to get back on my feet. Just trying to get these music going and stuff. And then these things I'm trying to change. It's very hard in the sense that I'm trying to actually delete all the old stuff, and from there I just want to recreate.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And for this question here, what's creative media? Like I saw you were with creativity media. Like
Yeah,
what is
Creativity
it?
X Media. Well, it's run by a close friend, goes by the name of Chef Johnson.
Chef Johnson?
Yeah, and what it is like it's his own mini team that he's trying to get together of like young talents in in the Chateauguay area or even the Montreal area, and he's trying to build this label up at the same time as we're trying to push our music and our brands and everything. He also goes by No Recipes, which is his like cooking brand and all, and you know, it's just a young group that's just trying to push themselves to strive for what they want in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you released a new music video from there.
Yeah, I did. Say What's Real. It came out in September, I believe.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was from a tape that we did 3 weeks. I'm sorry, 3 months. 3 months. 3 years ago. Sorry.
3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago, and it was actually out today, and or not today. In the month of September.
Yeah.
Only because my friend really he got a camera and he really wanted to test it out and everything, and like we wanted to take something that was already done and like not so long, you know. We just wanted to do test shots, and then we picked that, and not many people heard it, you know. So like to the new audiences, you know, they would think that it's new and everything, but really it's something I did 3 years ago off of an old tape. So yeah, that's how we did it. That's how it came
How
together.
come it took so long?
It's because it wasn't planned. This video was not planned.
At all.
Yeah, not at all. It was just something that we just brought up in the sense, you know, like I said, my friend just wanted to test his camera and we wanted to do it on something quick. Say What's Real was only like 1:40 of a song, you know, so we you know, we shot the visuals for it, we edited it, and then we released it.
Okay.
And yeah.
And do they like release content often, or
What do you mean?
like do they release music videos, interviews, photography, anything?
Creativity X?
Yes.
Yeah, they do. They do photography, videos, and everything. And it's just anything like that, you know.
Okay.
It's all media stuff.
Because I've heard of them a bit around like Chateauguay, but I don't hear them like everywhere else.
Yeah. Well, it's all in the process, you know, of just networking.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's just gonna take some time then.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And who do you think are the top 5 Montreal rappers that are gonna
man.
break into the mold, basically getting Montreal known and knocking Toronto out the map?
That's funny, man. To be honest, I don't listen to much Montreal rappers, but if I can name the ones that I know that I think that have like
Potential.
that potential of making it, is definitely I'd give a shout out to Sonic J. You know, I'd give a shout out to Prince Akeem. He's doing his
Oh
thing
yeah, I
too.
heard about Prince Akeem.
Yeah, he's doing his thing too. Young Jungle, he's doing
Yeah.
his thing too, and then yeah, that's probably all I can name at the moment. I can think of off the top. You know, I don't listen to much Montreal rappers, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. I see. And what's the upcoming projects, mixtape or albums? Like, is any of those coming out soon?
For sure, I'm coming out with a third mixtape. Hoping it drops very soon. It's in the process. I have about half of it done. I'm just working on the next half, and that will be really. I don't have a release date, but it will be coming out very soon.
Okay, what's
Very
the
soon.
name of the mixtape?
I'm calling it My Classical Moments.
Classical Moments?
Yeah.
Why that name?
That name because it's just almost all instrumentals that I mess with in there they're called jazz instrumentals, you know. So like they have like a hip hop taste to it, but like they use a lot of jazz sounds such as piano, trumpet, you know, trombone, saxophone, whatever, you know, and it's all blended into one. So like, it's just pure stories about like, you know, events that happened in my life that just like, you know, startled me as a child or as like a person, as a man now, you know. So putting that all together, that's why I called it my classical moments.
Okay. Well, look out for that album. It should be coming out real soon. This is DJP, and this is the new man, Don A, and I'm out. Peace. And you have anything to say?
Well, like I said, mixtape coming soon. Hopefully you guys can hear that. I will get that media stuff going up. Twitter, SoundCloud, Instagram, everything will be up. And links will be shot out. And I hope you guys can stay tuned.
Okay. All right. Peace.
Damn, I hate when this shit happens. Mom's always harassing me on days when I'm relaxing. My back was aching, I had to pop an aspirin and put some clothes on for the winter and get to dashing. Great, now my mom's back in action, saying before